Welcome back. You're still watching The Globe. South Africa and France will tomorrow host a business forum in Johannesburg, and the forum aims to encourage French companies to invest in the country and strengthen already existing ties. France has close to 400 businesses in South Africa, with a presence in key sectors of the economy, and employs well over 65,000 people. The forum aims to give new impetus to the economic and business relations between France and Southern Africa. A number of high-profile international dignitaries and industry players who seek new business opportunities in Southern Africa and the French market will be in attendance. The two-day forum is expected to end on Thursday. Well, for more on this, we're now joined by France's ambassador to South Africa, Ambassador Aurélien Lechevallier. Thank you so much indeed for joining us. Welcome to you.
Thank you very much, Peter, for having me. It's good to be with you.
All right. Tell us what really is behind this business forum. France and Southern Africa, because it's more than just South Africa, isn't it, have had a relationship for many decades.
Yes, I think we have already quite a strong partnership. As you said, many French companies are in South Africa, and we employ many people, and we have also South African investors in France. So the existing partnership is very strong, but we felt it was timely to assess the situation. Many companies are repositioning their strategies, and so it's good to listen to each other and to try to build and find new opportunities.
So based on the program, what kind of conversations are you looking to have?
So you're right, it's a Southern Africa Business Forum with France. So there will be, of course, a strong focus on South Africa, but also the neighboring countries of the SADC and like Botswana, Mozambique, Namibia, Zimbabwe. We'll have representatives tomorrow and on Thursday at the forum. And I think this is also good for South Africa because, as you know, your country is really the strongest platform to develop economic ties in the region. So we will look at all the different sectors where French and South Africa companies are doing business together and try to explore new avenues, new options, new projects, and make sure that we just achieve our joint commitments.
What sectors stand out for you in terms of the ones that perhaps have quite a bit of potential?
Well, the specificity of France in South Africa is that we are not focused on one or two sectors. Let's say, automotive industry or energy. We are really across the board. You can find French companies and joint ventures in transportation, in retail, in construction, in hospitality, health, agribusiness. So we will look at all these different sectors because we feel it's really the moment to find maybe new possibilities of investments and to really have a comprehensive, thorough look at the situation of the economy, which is, of course, quite affected by the crisis, by the COVID situation, but that's a good moment to give a new impulse.
This isn't just about French investment in Southern Africa. I'm guessing that it's also looking at Southern African investment in France.
Yes, you are absolutely right. We have already important South African investors in France and Europe, like Aspen Pharmacare, for example, or real estate companies. But we are looking for more opportunities. And we think that today the situation in the European Union gives a great role for France as a platform for South African companies. So that will be indeed a very important dimension. And also, we tend to think that South African companies and French companies together can create and strengthen the businesses in Africa, in the rest of the continent. There are also many opportunities there. So all these issues will be tackled during the business forum tomorrow and on Thursday in Johannesburg.
Who are we likely to see there? I mean, which type of businessmen, obviously, but I suppose government also needs to be there, because usually government is a facilitator, isn't it?
Yes, you are absolutely right, Peter. At the Business Forum, we will find also advisors, representatives of the public sector, of different departments of South Africa. The ambassadors of France in the region will be.
Hello, Ambassador, are you still there?
There, and among the startups. Yes, I can hear you very well.
All right. All right. One of the issues that we have on the continent often is that the balance of trade often favors Europe. And I just wonder if we are seeing a shift, an idea to try and create a little bit more equality.
Well, actually, if you look at the balance of trade between South Africa and France, it's quite even. It's about 3 billion euros, and it's the same in terms of imports and exports. And also, we are investing more in South Africa recently. We announced during the South African Investment Conference last February a significant investment plan of 50 billion rands in the 5 next years. So I think these are important developments to balance indeed the trade, but already the EU is the first trade partner of South Africa, and South Africa is the first trade partner of France. So I think this is already a good basis to work on.
I can't not have this conversation with you without talking about energy, because this is a big problem for us. France has managed to figure out the energy story, nuclear in particular. Is there discussion, talks to help us with our energy story? Because we perhaps could learn a lot from France.
Well, France has been a long-lasting partner of South Africa in terms of energy in the nuclear industry in particular. You know that we built together the only nuclear plant in Africa, the Coburg station. And certainly we are keen on continuing the support of the energy transition in South Africa with other partners, Germany, the EU, the UK, and the US. We committed also to finance $8.5 billion to support the just energy transition of South Africa. There are many French companies, including the one participating in the Business Forum tomorrow, that will also provide solutions for South Africa. So we are really available and here to accompany the South African policies toward a greener and more sustainable energy.
All right, and how easy is it for businesses in Southern Africa to set up businesses in France, and are French businesses finding it easy to come to South Africa? I suppose this will be a question that comes up, ease of doing business.
No, of course. Well, the great asset of South Africa is the fact that you have a strong infrastructure, good telecommunications, a very sophisticated banking and financial sector. So I think the ground is very solid. But of course, there are challenges, there are issues. Like the visa, for example, process is not always very easy, but we are working on that with the Home Affairs and the International Relations departments. And everything is done, I think, to facilitate the business. There is a good dialogue, and we are trying to overcome these stumbling blocks. But overall, I think it's already working quite well. And in the continent, South Africa is our first investment territory for the French companies.
Well, we certainly look forward to seeing what comes out of this conversation, this business forum over the next 2 days. Perhaps one last quick question before we leave, and if you could answer it quite quickly because we're out of time. I know that there's been a meeting of French ambassadors in Southern Africa that's been taking place. I just wonder if you could give us some highlights of what's come out of that for you, viewing the region as a collective.
Yes, it's an annual meeting of all the French ambassadors in the region. It took place in Pretoria yesterday and today. And actually, we have a new government, also a new cabinet in France with the re-election of President Macron. So we worked on the new policy plan for the dialogue with Southern Africa in the future. But it's very promising.
All right, we'll have a conversation about that in the coming days, I hope, as well. Monsieur Ambassadeur, merci beaucoup. Bonsoir and bonne chance avec le Business Forum.
Merci, bonsoir Peter. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, that's France's ambassador to South Africa, Aurélien Lechevallier, speaking to us about the business forum that's kicking off tomorrow, 2 days, I believe. Southern African businesses and French businesses working together.